Hi and welcome guys, it's Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I'm here to do the weekly reading for the star sign of Gemini, 19th of July till the 25th of July. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate you taking the time to stop by and watch my video. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. Otherwise, I do always appreciate a thumbs up on the video. If you leave a comment, I will reply. Guys, I've changed the way I do the weekly reads a little bit, so stay tuned. As usual, I've given the cards a good shuffle beforehand. What I'm going to do, guys, is pull you a full spread out of my deck. Just remember that I am reading for a lot of you, so if it doesn't resonate, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? So yeah, guys, I'm going to pull you a full spread from my deck, which is the Elizacle deck, and then I'm going to pull you some tarot cards at the end as well. Okay, what my deck's going to do is talk about little things that are going to happen over the week and what it is that you need to focus on most, okay? Okay. Beautiful. All right. So Gemini. Okay. So the first card out of the week is the uncertainty card. Okay. So a little bit of confusion and doubt, perhaps a little bit of clouded judgment around. Okay. But how to clear this energy away from you is just taking a moment. Okay. And I know that sounds simple, but when we take a moment just to, you know, sometimes we just need to spend a day where we put things on the back burner. Other times it can just be a moment, you know, but it is just taking a moment of gratitude and taking a moment of rest. Okay. It's going to help clear the cloudiness. Okay, I'm not going to say it's going to bring all the answers into you, but it's going to clear your mind to enable you to bring those answers into you. Okay, now listen, that follows closely with the completions card, and the freedom card comes straight after it. Okay, so what I want to say to you is that I feel that for some of you Gemini, that this confusion and this doubt is actually you know, on how to make a decision, how to move forward, how to release. Okay, now for some of you obviously this is going to be happening to you, but for some of you you're going to be instigating it as well. All right, but either way it comes to that same moment where the completion comes in. Now the energy around this card, it's, you know, as one door closes another one opens. I always think of the fires through the bush. As we look after that fire, everything's black. Within a few weeks we see this beautiful growth starting to happen again, and things that we thought were dead weren't indeed. They were just taking a moment to rest, okay, and to re-nourish themselves. All right, and so it's that same energy for yourself. But then, as I said, the freedom card comes in, which talks about release. It talks about self-love. It talks about determination, your intuition, trusting in on your intuition. Okay, you've got the worry and doubt card that comes out there, and what I want to say to you around that is taking it one step at a time. All right, trusting in your psychic self is going to also bring in that worry and doubt. I start to see a list of what I see is normal. What I hear is normalistic, which it's not a word. Okay, but what I want to say to you though is, you know, by making these changes and having that completions and energy come through, it does bring worry and doubt. Change does, okay, but to keep things in perspective, try not to let yourself get too frustrated and stand up for yourself, okay, because you've got the self-denial and you've got the detox card that's sitting there, all right? Those frustrations, twice through here, you've got the rest card, you've got the frustration card, which both talk about needing to take a moment and just to reconnect back to self, okay? That self-denial card talks about self-sabotage and stubbornness and refusal and all of that kind of energy that's there. And then you've got the detox card, which talks about the fact that it's actually time to let go of that energy. It's not going to serve you any purpose, okay? Do you see why I have my hair tied back and it makes this shit out of me when it goes on my face? You've got the moving on card, and you've also got the card that talks about that it is time. And then finally it ends with that improvement of self and situation. So guys, when I'm looking at this, okay, what I'm seeing is that there's going to be a completion over the course of the week that is going to unsettle you a little bit, okay? For some of you though, this may be something, as I said, that you've wanted. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a negative, all right? Change can be scary, but trusting in on your intuition, breaking down your worries and doubts into one step at a time, and being really mindful that you're putting yourself first, because then the frustrations and everything else like that and that worry and doubt aren't so big. It's when we spend all our time worrying about everyone else instead of ourselves that this feels so much bigger, okay? Now, yeah, as I said, then you've got that moving on energy, and it is time in the improvements, which is beautiful. There's a very Pacific flow to your cards this week, which is really nice, okay? So what you just need to know most for yourself is standing strong, okay? That's that energy, you've got this, you know, you've got this. All right, support, and just remembering that, you know, for me, this card talks about people having your back and having your back in that true sense, you know, okay? So being being all right with calling in on that help. You know, you've got the cycles card, which talks, you know, about everything we've just spoken about this week, basically. All right, we need to allow the natural flow and the order of things. Otherwise, if there's no beginnings, there's no endings, there's only stagnation. Okay. And finally, you've pulled the female card, which talks about the fact that this energy, it has to come from within you. Okay, waiting for other people or other things to improve or to come in and to give us what we need and everything else like that. It's not going to happen at this time. Okay, that energy has to come from within. All right, there's a lot of emotional work for you guys this week. Okay, and definitely the cards are focused on that through there. For some of you, as I do that, there is going to be work. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you've been sitting there in that work situation that you're feeling like you're not getting the promotions or the recognition and the respect that you deserve, and you're getting ready to move on. Okay, and I want to say to you that this is going to be a beautiful journey for you, and I feel like the course of time over that is quite short. All right, now for some of you, it is going to be releasing a relationship as well, but they're definitely the two stronger energies that come through with that. So let me just pop these to the side, and I just want to pull you guys some tarot to get the energy of the week from there as well. Okay, and as always, as I always say, giving the cards a good shuffle with this as well, just to save time on the video. Jump, 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 jump. All right, let's have a look. So your energy of the week is the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, okay. You've got the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles that sits there as well. Okay, so guys, as I said, for some of you, this is going to be about relationships, and for some of you, it's going to be around money, and those two cards have come out to validate that, all right? Now, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, all right, which talks about divine wishes being granted and money coming in and a fresh start and all of that beautiful energy that's there. So whatever that completion is for you in its relevance, okay, there's that beautiful reminder with the Ace of Pentacles that this is pushing you in the right direction, all right? This isn't a move backwards. You are going to be moving in the right direction. So the Ten of Swords, okay, you know, death or ending of a situation or a relationship. It's basically like the tarot's just validating that exactly. You've got the Seven of Wands card that's there, which talks about frustration. See, yeah, okay. So there's a lot of double validation that's here, okay? The Seven of Swords is that frustration that we were talking about in the previous spread that's there as well, all right? So guys, just keep in mind what I spoke about with there. Now, the Three of Swords, obviously, you know, deceptions, frustrations, jealousies, broken hearts, and all of that kind of energy. And again, guys, we've spoken about that's there. This is, regardless of how it feels, this is something that's going to be moving you forward. For some of you, this is going to be easy. For others of you, I feel like it's going to rip your heart out, okay? But you know what? It is, you know, if I pull away that layer that's there and I have a look at the truth that sits behind the heart, I feel like everyone, regardless of whether it's an easy or a difficult task this week, knows that it's in the right choice, the right decision, okay? Even if that decision wasn't yours. Okay, now you've got the Five of Pentacles that's there, which talks about some delays coming in, but for me as well, you know, it always talks about coming in from the cold as well as that you know, stained glass window that's always with the Five of Pentacles. I keep wanting to go say swords for some reason with that one. You know, and that's our place of security and our place of faith and worship and things like that when we look at it in the religious sense. Not that I'm trying to look at it in a religious sense, but I know you get what I mean, okay? So guys, yeah, definitely seems that work and relationships are the big focus for Gemini this week, and as I said, there's some big energy for both, okay? Health-wise, obviously, with this much energy going on, be mindful of your health this week. I'm not feeling anything absolute significant. Be mindful, though. I am feeling a bit of respiratory around as far as what I need to focus on. I feel a shortness of breath. So just be mindful of your immune system this week, guys, okay? And for those of you with respiratory bits and pieces, just be extra mindful. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining me this week. I do appreciate your time, as I've said. I do also appreciate a thumbs up or a comment on the video. I will reply to the comments here on Friday doing live feeds, and also if you use the code of July when you book a reading with me this month, you'll receive a 20% discount, and you can book via phone, video and face-to-face as well. All bookings are taken through the booking system though, so you'll find that on Facebook and on my website as well. All right, guys, have a beautiful week. I hope to see you here tomorrow for the daily read. Otherwise, I'll see you here next week for the weekly read, and maybe on Friday for the live readings as well. So, guys, until I do or when I do, take care.